Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you an absurdly good Great League Remix team. I'll be running Empoleon, Power Gem Sableye, and Giratina. So I mean basically a double ghost team. Now I've had a lot of success with this team, besides the lag, those FPS drops. But I'll show you how I like to play this team, and it's just normal ABB team, right? So without further ado, let's get into the battles. So right off the bat, we have Mantine versus Empoleon. And I'm only going to put these in 1.5 times speed so you guys can count with me. I think 2 times speed is a little bit too quick. But yeah, pretty easy here. You're just going to stay in. I mean, pretty positive matchup for the Empoleon. Throws Water Pulse. Here I'm like, okay, well, I need to lure out any Mandibuzz, anything like that. You really got to switch into Sableye here. So I'm going to do that. Take the Aerial Ace. He comes in with Ferrothorn. So I'm going to throw my Dark Pulse. He's going to let this one go, yep. And he throws on bad timing there. So I'm like, okay, well, I could outpace him, hypothetically. So I'm going to shield this. Farm up all the way to 2. And he still needs one more. So if we were to shield this, I could just throw one more and then throw the Foul Play. But no, he doesn't shield this. And I also have Power Jump to threaten the Mantine if it comes back in. So I'm going to do that, throw the Power Gem. This connects, just need one more Shadow Claw to take that out, and he comes in with Gligar. Now I got so much energy on Empoleon, I decided to speed this one up even quicker. Point in watching through this. I mean, I could either double shield this or go into Giratina and win, but yeah, he swaps out here, thankfully. Here I have a great matchup. And I'm not sure why I threw Shadow Ball. I should definitely have went for Ominous Wind, because he's going to shield no matter what, but I decided to go for Shadow Ball. He's at, oh, I don't even remember what he's at for energy. He Wild Charges me. And probably, definitely a Mirror Shot here. I could have probably let this go, but I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I could farm down, and then I have a Shadow Ball to threaten the Cresselia. Cresselia comes in, I'm like, can I make it to 2 Ominous Winds? Not sure, so I decided to go for the Shadow Ball here. That, he shields that, and I come back in with Empoleon. He's going to be throwing his Grass Knot. Connects there. And he's staying in this matchup, so I'm going to throw a 1 before he gets to the move. Make sure I have as much energy on this thing as possible. In case there's like, I don't know, whatever's in the back. He waits, it looks like he waits a turn, so good job him there. But I'm like, okay, well I have so much energy on this that he comes in with this thing. I almost lagged there and lose, so I quickly just get off the Hydro Cannon. Definitely should throw in Drill Peck, but I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna come in with this, farm this down. Not until after he just barely gets to the Shadow Ball. Drill Peck, I wonder if that would have stopped him from getting to the Shadow Ball, but anyways, then I have a Foul Play for this Cresselia, so it's GG's. Next up, so this is a semi-positive lead, right? But I want to lure out any Mandibuzz or whatever might be in the back that's going to be threatening, as well as a Mandibuzz and then a Charmer too is another risk. So staying in here, he swaps out to Mantine. I have a Power Gem for him. I'm going to throw that Power Gem. Connects. I'm like, well, perfect. I mean, CMP tie, and I can come down, farm this down with Empoleon. That's just the perfect play. Actually, I'm not sure if I can farm this down. Oh, I remember what I do here. Yep. I'm like, okay, it's going to be close to farming down. So I'm like, okay, can I swap into Giratina and finish it off? Not quite, but then I decide to risk it. And he dies with the Aerial Ace. So awesome job there. Definitely probably won me the game there. I mean, comes in with Feraligatr. Here, I need damage, right? I'm going to go with the Ominous Wind. He's probably going to shield. He does shield. Here he throws, he doesn't farm up to 6, he farms up to 5. Hydro Cannon, I'm like, okay, perfect, I can live this. Farm up, get to the Ominous Wind. See if he decides to shield this, if he was counting or not. Does not decide to shield this. I'm going to throw my Hydro Cannon. I think I throw Hydro Cannon, no. In case he were to catch, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter either when we're going to kill. So he comes in. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure why I throw Hydro Cannon. Definitely should throw a Drill Peck there again. I'm throwing the wrong moves lately, but yeah, not too big of a deal. Comes in Ferrothorn. Here I have 1 shield. I need to farm up as much energy as possible. So I think he's at 0 right now. And Napoleon, pretty sure went CMP tie here. So I'm like, okay, let me CMP tie this. Because I can't steel wing down that Feraligatr. At least this is the safer option. So then I'm 1 away, decide to throw the right move here. And this will knock out the Feraligatr. So another good game there. Next up, Emolga. So this is where I'm going to want to swap out. Here it comes in with A9, which is actually just perfect for me, because if he shields this, I can farm down with Napoleon. If he doesn't shield this, I'm going to take switch. And he doesn't shield it, so I win there. Here the Emolga comes back in, and I just barely do not get to the move. I need like 2 more, maybe 1 more HP there. So then I come in with a Giratina, probably an Acrobatics here. So I'm going to shield that up. I should have thrown here. I don't know why I didn't. I think I want to save energy, but yeah, it comes in with that. I'm like, I knew that it was probably an Acrobatics, but I decided to let that go just because I want to save the shield. I actually decided to save it for Napoleon here. So I throw the Shadow Ball, and I come in with Napoleon. Here I'm like, okay, my win con, if he doesn't have Mud Bomb, but I thought he'd probably go for Stone Edge first, so, I mean, wrong call there. I think he decides to go Aqua Tail here again. Yep, just goes Aqua Tail. So I'm farming out, I need 2 here. Here I'm thinking he's probably going to swap right into his, whatchamacallit, he does. I thought the Thunder Shock would do more than the Mud Shot, not sure if that was the right call or not. Here I'm like, can I get to it? Die again, twice in that game. I just need 1 more HP and I would have won, but yeah, unfortunate, really close game there. Here I got the God lead, or the perfect lead. I've been wanting this thing in the lead, so I don't have to lure anything out. I mean, there is possibility that he has a Charmer back there, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta take the risk. So he goes with the Dark Pulse here. Here I throw Hydro Cannon, and I think we will CMP tie to the next move if I decide to. And I'm like, okay, well, I really need damage on this thing more than I need to risk the 1 extra move. I don't want to use shields, so I throw him bad timing here, but all is okay. Comes in, he throws Dark Pulse. Yep, right move to throw there. I come in with Sableye, and I have Power Gem for this thing, on this thing. But I don't think it's definitely not in Dark Pulse range right now, or Foul Play range right now. What do I do here? I could have thrown there, but I wanted to watch out for the catch. We still throws Aerial. Oh yeah, I wanted to save all my shields for Giratina. So I take this out. I'm going to throw 1 Foul Play on this thing because Foul Play and a Shadow Ball is going to take this out. So I'm going to swap in here. He stays in. I think, is this only enough for a Mirror Shot? Yeah, I think Mirror Shot has a chance to debuff. I'm not sure. But I'm going to throw here, and he just backs out. I mean, I'm not sure what he had in the back. Probably like a... I don't know, maybe a Magnezone. I don't even know what he would have had. Here, likely a Mirror Shot, but I'm going to stay in here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I swapped into, I'm not sure if that showed, but whatever. So now he's at 5. So I'm going to throw the Foul Play, only right thing to throw here. Not going to want to throw Power Gem. CMP tie, no, we do not CMP tie. I throw on 7 to try to get a CMP tie, but I don't quite get that. He's doing a good job farming up, giving me the least amount of farm on my Napoleon. I decided to shield this since I could CMP tie to the next move, and let's see, he lets us go. Oh yeah, so I shield this, and then right now he's only at, he can't make it to a dig if I shield that, so I'd have to use my shield somewhere. And then I end up getting a shield back here, so good play there. I come in with Napoleon, do not tap at all, right? Because I need an energy on Giratina is going to be much more important than energy on Giratina is going to be more important than energy on Napoleon. So comes in, he has Cress. 7. He throws right away, and I gotta make sure to save energy here. I don't want to throw and let him live with 1 HP, so I'm gonna just farm up as much as possible. Not too worried about a catch here, because, I mean, what's he gonna catch it on? His Magnezone. So I probably could have thrown a better timing, but I was like, maybe Giratina wins CMP tie, just in case he had better, in case he had more health, but whatever. Here I get a great lead, coming in with the Sableye to answer his Giratina. Usually a pretty positive matchup, but like I said, I want to be able to save shields for Giratina. But I mean, I gotta shield this up. There's just no other option there. I throw right before he gets to his move. Foul play. Let's see if he decides to shield. No, he does not decide to shield. So he comes in with a Carbink here. Now here I'm like, shoot, well, I don't want him to get too much energy on me. So I'm hoping he would throw the Rock Slide before I get to any moves. So, but I mean, I don't want to farm too much past 100. So here I'm gonna, oh, okay, I'm gonna throw right away. Probably could have waited to throw until like 2 or 3 health left, or 2 or 3 hits left, just so he wouldn't, just in case he wanted to throw Rock Slide to not have me not throw a Power Gem. But yeah, he comes in with, what's this, Crocolore? Crunch, most likely a Crunch here. So I have to let this go. There, I'm not sure what happened there. I mean, just a little bit of lag, but I didn't lose any turns or nothing. So I'm gonna throw 1 here. I get to the Shadow Ball. He is more than likely gonna shield this one up. Yep. Now here I do a really smart play here. Very proud of myself actually in this moment. I thought I played really well here. So he's gonna throw the Crunch. And I am gonna throw just 1 to tank the damage on my damage on my Sableye. And then he swaps out to Carbink. Now I need to just get to, since I can throw 1 and then take out the Crocolore before he gets to his Incinerate does damage. So I do that, and I just barely get there. So I mean, just a whole combination of good plays there, and able to take the win because of that. So GG's to him. Next up we have Quagsire. Remember, probably not running Mud Bomb or whatever, but I need to lure out whatever he has in the back, so I'm going to swap to Sableye here. I mean, it's not even that great of a matchup, even if he's not running Mud Bomb. I mean, he resists my Steel Wings. Gonna throw right before he gets to the move. Lets that go. He throws right away. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I want to save shields, right? So comes in with Sableye. Thankfully, he should have just stayed in and swapped out, or stayed in, but he decided not to. He decided to come in as Sableye, so he throws his Foul Play. Here I'm gonna farm up as much energy as possible. I think here I wasn't sure if I went CMP tie or not, so I mean I probably would have, but what's one Shadow Claw or one more Steel One gonna do? So throw the Hydro Cannon here. Lets that go. It's gonna be 2 shield versus 2 shield. He's got Charizard, so right here I'm thinking, okay, I probably need to boost to win. But then again, I'm like, wow, these Shadow Claws are really adding up. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Shadow Claw down. He throws another Dragon Claw. He has to throw all of his energy here. I mean, he's never gonna farm me down. 3, 4, and he gets there, but he has 1 health, and I have an Empoleon left, so just gonna come in once this thing gets taken out. Gonna come in with the Empoleon, and there we go. GG's. Annihilate Bleed, a rough lead here. Gonna swap right into Sableye. He answers with Dugong. I decided to go Foul Play to start here. Don't remember exactly why. Okay, for the shield, yeah. I'm surprised he shielded that, but I guess, yeah, he definitely wants to keep switch here, because, so here goes Icy Wind. I'm like, perfect, gonna go for the Power Gem here. Always throwing on good timing too, as much as possible. Get that out. Now he's like, okay, maybe I can farm him down, maybe, I don't know what he was thinking, must have lost counts or whatever. This is likely gonna kill, so he's gonna shield that up. Here it's a perfect situation, right? He's gonna know what he's gonna throw. Drill runs against me. And I can just let my Empoleon die if he decides to go. Another drill run. Here I'm like, I was gonna let it die anyways, but I had a feeling he was gonna throw Icy Wind because I wanted to live, or wanted my guy to live this. He does go Icy Wind, but it wouldn't have been a big deal if he went drill run either. Here I need to preserve health on this thing, so I'm gonna shield these up. Another Night Slash. I think, yeah, I decided to let this one go. Should be able, no, not quite able to farm down here, so just gonna take this out with an Ominous Wind. No boost. Comes in with this thing. Now it's gonna be his lowest move is gonna be Stone Edge, so I'm going to make so it's gonna be like 11 turns. I mean, likely gonna be Stone Edge here. Yep. And I'm gonna throw. I'm not too worried about a catch here, just because he's gonna have to. I would be able to farm down with my Empoleon, and he'd have to get to 2 moves, and I would have won. So, I mean, I think it would have been closer if he caught, but I think I still would have won. So, coming in with my Sableye to answer his Annihilate Bleed. I mean, people seem to come in with Gligar a lot here. He's at 7 here. I'm like, okay, throw the dig. I don't care. Those Aerial Ace. Now I'm able to get the 2 moves. Throw the Foul Play. Let this one go. Gonna throw it again. Looks like we see him P-tie here. And he's gonna let that go. So I do take Switch. He's gonna come back in with this thing. Just barely do not get to the move again, man. There's been so many. That's just happened so much. But here I need to probably double shield and farm down, right? I don't want to take a Shadow Ball. And okay, no, never mind. I don't double shield. I'm surprised. I probably would have done that if I did that here. But I mean, in the moment, you can just feel how it's going, and I don't know. It's so much. It's just like, I don't know. It's different than when you're watching it. So I'm gonna be baiting here. I'm thinking my win con is either a catch or a boost, so I'm baiting. Try to be able to answer both of those. He's gonna double shield, right? He's gonna shield both of them. Here he's 1 away from the move, so I need to get this move off and able to catch here. I mean, that was just a lucky catch. I mean, you just gotta, people just make plays, you know, and sometimes it's hard. He could have waited for the move to go through. He farms up as much as possible, so good job for him. And he's 2 away, so am I 2 away. So it's going to be a CMP tie, but he swaps too soon. So would I have thrown? Would I not have thrown? I mean, I probably would have thrown the Ominous Wind, and if he tried to catch it, he would have. But GG's to him. He was off his count. So here, rough lead here. Even a rough safe swap, because if you safe swap a Sableye to a Venusaur, it's always going to outpace you, right? But I mean, I have to swap out. So we simultaneously swap into a Poliwrath. Here I want to throw before he debuffs me. So I CMP tie it, so I'm going to win that. Goes Icy Wind, perfect. I think I throw 1 before he gets to the move. Could have probably CMP tied it, but here I'm trying not to tap. I'm trying to tap as least amount as possible without letting him just farm up energy to infinity or farm me down, you know, because I want to get as much farm on my Giratina as possible. And I'm able to kill him before I get to the move. So he comes back in with this thing. I'm like, oh geez, he's weak to this, huh? He wasn't losing half a turn, so I didn't decide to throw. And I want to always have as much energy on this thing as possible. So I throw the Shadow Ball. I mean, if I threw the Shadow Ball before, it wasn't going to kill, so not a big deal. That almost kills. Here, I almost lose this game. I almost throw this game. I'm just going to throw, I mean, I'm going to win. No need to throw Shadow Ball like I did earlier, a couple games ago. So I'm going to shield this. Here, I should throw it right away, right? But instead, I decided to try to, maybe I'm thinking about a different game. Because it's not gonna be, it's gonna be the charge attack that kills it, not the fast attack damage, so it wouldn't really mattered. But he farms up to a Mirror Shot and a Wild Charge while he baits, but we see him P-tie, so not a big deal. You could have thrown right before I got to the move, then would have been a 50-50 call, but here, God lead, but answers with a Mandiba, so I have to stay in for a while. Now, if you think about it, I have to stay in, but I also need to keep that Napoleon on my, or keep that A9 on my Napoleon. So I have to swap out. Luckily, I have Power Gem on this thing. He's gonna go another Dark Pulse likely, or maybe just yep, Dark Pulse here. I'm gonna try to throw on his good timing. Likely gonna be shielding this one up. Yep, and here I'm thinking, okay, well I can shield this next move. No, okay, I decided to, he's off his counts again. Power Gem, I don't even know the counts for, so we're able to CMP tie here. Now I'm sitting in a good spot, right? Because I could just Shadow Ball that A9 when it comes in, when it comes onto my Giratina. But I'm gonna try to farm this thing, get as much energy on this as I can. He's gonna throw another Dark Pulse. I mean, this thing's just got too many Dark Pulses. And I need to keep health on this thing. Doesn't decide to throw the Aerial Ace. He decides to go for the whatever, go for the big move. Okay. So I'm swapping in here. I want to get as much energy as possible. He swaps out really late, so I'm able to throw onto his A9. Take it out with a Shadow Ball. It's likely, no, it doesn't quite kill. Okay, we simultaneously kill each other, but I mean, I got a Napoleon with a shield versus his Mantine, so it's going to be a GG's. Likely he's not going to give up though. He might try to go for double Aerial Ace because he has some energy on him. I have a shield though, so goes for the Aerial Ace, but here I am at a Drill Peck and I'm just going to win that. Lag there, I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? I had a lot of lag these games. I didn't show all the games I had lag. Alright, so Primate Bleed. Gonna swap into my Sableye. He answers with a Carbink. And exactly how you want to play this, I mean, you probably shouldn't farm up to 100. You should farm just one before. I'm gonna throw this. And I'm farming with as much energy as possible. I'm really wanting him to throw like he did right here, right? Because I want to get as much farm. This thing doesn't do anything to a Napoleon. So he does that. Now I'm going to be able to get a bunch of good farm on here. He's going to go for the Moonblast. I think he has energy for the Moonblast. Yep, goes for the Moonblast. I'm going to farm it down. He comes in with his Annihilate, throwing the right move here, throwing the Drill Peck. I'm going to come in with this thing. Here I'm like, okay, probably going to be a good win here because he's pretty low on health on his Annihilate. Here I decided to go for an Ominous win, and we boost. So perfect there. And it's pretty much like it's going to be a wrap here, right? As if he does take me out, I can farm up to 2 Hydro Cannons on my Napoleon and take out whatever he has, as long as I throw Shadow Ball. But I mean, I boosted, so all I needed to do was throw Ominous one because it's going to do so much damage. And there we go. GG's. Here I'm like, okay, Thunderfang gonna test. He definitely has Dragon Tail now. Pretty rough game here. He save swaps his for Alligator, so I have to stay and I have to chip and dip, but he gets to the Hydro Cannon first, unfortunately. He is probably gonna shield this one. Miss a bubble there, but he shields. I may miss it because of lag. 5, 6. He's gonna try to CMP time. I'm not gonna let that happen. I want to farm up as much energy as possible. So I'm gonna throw likely 3 more, 2 more. Okay. Oh, cause yeah, he had one from his. I don't know. But he was at the move, so counted wrong as I'm narrating this. But he's coming in with his Steelix, with his Dragon Tail, Steelix. Thunderfang is really interesting on his Steelix, but it definitely seems to do good against the meta. Like on my Napoleon, it would do great. But here, I'm like, okay, I need to get this move off. Gonna CMP tie it just in case it was crunch. Want to get that energy on this thing. Here, I'm like, okay, what do I come in with here? He throws Psychic Fang, so perfect. I don't live that, but I mean, I can come in. He's only at 4, so. Take whatever that now I'm gonna swap right out because I don't want him to come with his Feraligatr and farm me down. Comes in with his Mantine. What is this that I threw? Ominous Wind doesn't shield, but I mean, here I'm thinking, okay, I need a boost to win. And then I realized, oh, they don't have Ice Beam. I forget that people are on Water Pulse here, so that's why I went for the boost. But I'm gonna need 2 moves anyway, so not too big of a deal. Gonna take that out and take that out, but I think I have my Apollion's still alive, so I win that game. Here, I might not have, I think I clipped it too early, but I save swap into my Sableye. I don't really want to stay in my Apollyon here, and I gotta lure out whatever is in the back there. Here, I mean, this is looking like a really tough situation, you know? He's at a move, or he's almost at a move. Well, CMP tied to it. No, he is at one, okay, so I'm like, okay, well, like, I have to shield this, I have to hope for the best, you know? So he's gonna shield this most likely. Let's just go. He wants to get a bunch of energy on his Ninetales, which is a fair play. I mean, shoot, does he shield? I was just thinking I could get the Power Gem. Does he shield this? No, he lets us go. Yeah, because Ferrothorn is going to absolutely crap. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to spoil it. Ferrothorn definitely is going to crap on my Apollyon, but yeah. Throws the Power Whip. Just gonna go Ominous Boot or Ominous Winds here. Likely gonna shield, but I mean, I just need damage, and I should be able to win this game pretty easily. So he goes for the Power Whip. Yep. Gonna go for the Shadow Ball here. I think he lets this one go. One thing I should have said is I do have a Purified Sableye, as you guys can see. So I think Power Gems are more likely to land. People are thinking it's return. Here I play Superior Lead. I want to throw this right away. I was worried about a catch, but I want to get this Drill Peck off before he gets to a move, and then be able to swap into my Ghost type to lure out whatever he has. And I did miss a bubble there. Not sure if that was lag or me just being trash, but here I'm thinking he's probably going to try to catch here. Or I lose CMP tie, so I'm just going to not throw here. Luckily he tries to swap into something. Would have been trouble if he just threw the move there. And I'm able to get to the move. And this, does he shield this? He lets this go, and I do take it out. So able to take out switch there just by the opponent making mistakes. But the Superior is loaded, and Aerial Aces will chunk away at this Giratina. Giratina's not necessarily the tankiest thing. So luckily I do have 2 shields, he only has 1. I gotta use my shields eventually. I want to use them on the Giratina. The fact that he's staying in here. Here I throw Shadow Ball. Should have just went straight into my Carbink, but at this point I throw Shadow Ball and I can farm down and double Drill Peck the Superior, and he's like, okay, this is definitely not going to be a game I can win. He backs out. Annihilate lead. Save swap into my Sableye. He save swap into Carbink. Now this is pretty much how I think you should be playing it. Here I throw right before I get to 100 energy. Power Gem. And then what you're gonna want to do is farm up as much energy as possible. Try to get him to throw the Rock Slide again, right? But you're gonna need a Foul Play and a Power Gem to kill this. But you want to get as much farm with your Apollyon, so you're gonna want to throw the Foul Play first because it's gonna do less damage, and then throw the Power Gem. But he decides to just let it go. So I'm like, okay, very interesting play. But I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. Comes in with Annihilate. I think he's at 8, so I probably shield this up. And he does throw a Shadow Ball, so I got really lucky today with my shields against the Annihilate. Here I'm like, okay, I can just throw straight Ominous Wind and take this out. He wins CMP tie. But I'm on a 6-6-5 rotation. He's on his, he needs 6 for the next one, I need 5 for the next one. So I'm going to be able to outpace him here. Even if it doesn't kill, he's not gonna be able to farm me down, and I can take out, I think I could probably even farm down the Annihilate with my Apollyon, but if nothing else, yeah, he's like, it's over. He's gonna try to farm me down, get to the Shadow Ball. I still would have lived it. No, okay, he throws, I don't know why. I mean, pretty straightforward game there. And yeah. So GG's to that opponent. And that is going to wrap up the video. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know how the team goes if you guys do decide to use it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.